Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie. Boogie down. Here it is, my string. Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the Pisces, the spicy Pisces. Pisces, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading camera today for you. If you have Pisces as a sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node sign. Quick shout out to my Patreon. If you are interested in seeing some extended readings as well as some early access content, sign up for the all access pass tier. I also have a couple other tiers on there, but the Scorpio only tier is sold out right now. More spots are likely to become available probably in June. Okay, so sign up for the wait list if you're not on it and you want to get in that group. Otherwise, I do post for Patreon. I post some early access videos before they reach YouTube, as well as the zodiac season we're in and whichever signs do the best for the month. So as of recently, I just posted a Taurus extended for Taurus season. I did a Gemini extended and early access because Gemini, you killed it this month. And we're going into Gemini season. So check out that on Patreon if you're not already on there. Okay. Yeah, shout out to you guys though. We're at the end of Mercury retrograde. It ends tomorrow, I believe, and Jupiter enters Taurus. So that's going to be really nice for Pisces as well. It'll be sextile if you have a lot of Pisces placements. So things are going to flow more easily for you. All right. But Pisces, let's flip over your cards, the Blunt Truth Oracle, and see what it is you need to hear right now. Let's go. You have ancestors pleased, and then you have facts do not equal feelings. Okay, so your ancestors are pleased about something you've been doing. What is Pisces ancestors pleased about? You have transformative ending. Some of you guys, your ancestors are so happy that you ended something with somebody. That's like the thought I just had in my head. Like you're like, your ancestors or your like spirit guides are like, oh, finally they're finally getting out of that relationship. Like we have been waiting. It's just hilarious. That's what I heard in my head. Tell me more about ancestors, please, for Pisces. Separation. Yeah, you're getting out of something. There's something you're getting out of. And you have been listening to your spirit guides. You could be seeing 999 or 333. All right, you got separation here. And then at the bottom, you have stop looking for love in the trash. So for a lot of you, this is about a relationship that you finally separated from, or you are finally getting the strength to leave. You are seeing that your feelings do not equal the facts of the situation, right? Or it's like if you are questioning whether or not it's time to leave a situation, looking at the facts of it instead of just like how the relationship makes you feel, or like trying to convince yourself that it makes you feel happy, or whatever situation this is. So it's like your feelings about it could be like, you deeply empathize with the person or the situation, or you feel guilty, you feel bad, but the facts surrounding it could be you're not happy, or that it's unhealthy, or that it's toxic, or that it's not progressive, it's not helping you grow, right? So separating your feelings and the facts, I feel like you guys are doing that more often now, and your ancestors are very happy that you are finally learning to separate these two things, or separate yourself from certain situations that have been not good for you. Okay. So like if something is ending or it has ended in your life, just know your guides are proud of you, especially if you ended it. Okay. What is the shadow card for Pisces this month? What's hidden, or what is the shadow card for Pisces? You have the Two of Swords. Three of Cups reversed is at the bottom. So Two of Swords. Two of Swords, be at peace with your decisions. Do not look back or revisit decisions that brought you to this point. Decision and moving forward. So yeah, a lot of you guys have been really in the gray area about a decision, and that's why it's in your shadow side, because many of you have already made this decision to separate, or to let go, or to cut ties, or to move away, move forward, but you're now doubting it because your feelings are involved. You're like second guessing your decision, like, should I go back to it? Was that the right thing to do? And Spirit is saying, stick with the decision that you made. Stick with it. Stick with it long enough so it will eventually become more comfortable for you. Okay, so Let's see. Let's see more about what is transformative ending, separation. What is it that Pisces is separating from that their ancestors are very proud of them for or happy about? Okay, so keep moving forward, Pisces. You're doing really well. Don't get stuck. Don't look back. All right, tell me, especially if you ended something during this retrograde, it was supposed to be ended. Self sabotage. Okay, what is Pisces? Oh, that went on the floor. What is Pisces ending here? What is Pisces ending that their spirit guides are proud of them for? I see a lot of you making like a conscious decision to move forward regardless of how you feel about the situation. Okay. So C, W, Y, or V can be letters in your name or letters in somebody's name that is of significance here. So you have self-sabotage. Some of you are disconnecting from sabotaging ways, ending self-sabotaging ways, and learning to move forward, not sabotaging something. Some of you could have cut ties or cutting ties with a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Moving away from that. Moving away or moving towards commitment. So this could be either you were committing to something that was not good for you really, or you were just so stuck on commitment towards something that was hindering you, holding you back, or you're about to like lean more into being more committed. Like maybe commitment is something that you struggle with and you're like, I'm going to commit and I'm going to be more disciplined about my health, about myself, about self-love, about my emotional health, my physical health, or whatever it might be for you. Okay. And so in that result, you're able to manifest easier and manifest faster. All right. So let's see what else for, I was going to say Taurus. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus or you have Taurus placements. What else for Pisces? Separating feelings from facts about. What else for Pisces? Unrequited or unbalanced. Time apart. Test or lesson. Can we clarify time apart for Pisces? Timing is right. All right. Guilt. Okay. So, yeah, a lot of you are seeing that you've either been overcommitting yourself to a relationship or a situation where things are unrequited or unbalanced, but you're finally taking that time away so that the scales can balance themselves out, right? So the only way to gain balance in a situation where you were overcommitting, over empathizing, extending yourself too much is to withdraw your feelings, withdraw your energy, withdraw your emotions. So I see that's where a lot of you guys are going right now. You're like, I need to take a step back or step away from this person. And this is the right time. A lot of you guys before this, you're making excuses as to why you couldn't leave a situation. Like, I feel guilty, they need me for this and that, or you're their source of something, or, whether that be in a relationship or a job, even like you give your time, you give your energy, so you feel bad. But a lot of you are finding that there is no better time than right now. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're making this choice to end it. Like, I don't feel like for many of you, this is something that somebody else ends with you. I feel like you've been in a cycle where you had the choice to end it many times, like several times. There's been opportunities for you to end something or make the decision, but you stayed in that gray area. And so therefore the cycle just continues and you're like, it's never going to get better. It's never changing. It's never, nothing is coming of it. And then it could make you envious, like when you see other people having what you want, but you're not allowing yourself to get it, being stuck with this situation. All right. So like, again, your guides, your angels, your ancestors are proud of you. For those of you who have already left a situation, they're like, yes, finally. For others of you, you're like finally deciding, okay, I'm leaving and that's it. Like, this is the last straw type of thing. And they're very proud of you because this is like the last straw for a lot of you. Like, you're like, I'm waiting. Like, for example, human design wise, generators, manifesting generators, you're waiting for one last thing to respond to, and you're like, I'm out of here, because it's just been thing after thing, and you didn't take those as something to respond to. One last fight, one last act of selfishness, one last heartbreak, one last pain, whatever it is. You're like, I'm taking that, and that's going to be what I respond to. Projectors, you don't need to wait for any invitation to leave a situation. If you know you're bitter about it, or you're resentful, or you're not getting recognition from it, just leave. You don't have to wait. Reflectors, some of you do need more time to decide if you want to leave, but a lot of you have been just spending time and time and time and time and time, more time than you need to, more time than is necessary for you to leave a situation when you should have already left a while ago. Sorry, there's hair on my hand. So you've just been kind of procrastinating on it. And then for manifestors, you can do whatever you want whenever you're ready to go. A lot of you just need to, you could just be like, I'm out. I'm done. This is all. I'm done now. I'm leaving. Period. That's it. And then go. So that's where we're at with that. Now, what is the advice for Pisces? What is the advice for Pisces? For some of you, this is about a family. Some of you, this is about family. A family issue that you're about to separate yourself. Some of you are gonna cut family off. You're gonna separate yourself from some family members, or there's something that's gonna happen. It's gonna be like that last straw. Like, I'm not talking to this family member anymore. I'm not gonna be close to them anymore. Family or family issues here. Addiction or codependency, or showing you where you have codependent behaviors, whether you're codependent on somebody else or somebody else is codependent on you. It's still codependency. This is the one, going towards what is genuinely the one for you. A lot of you guys getting wrapped up in thinking that something was the one and making it hard for you to cut it off. And like your feelings like, oh, this has to be the one, or maybe I can make this into the one. No, it's not. It's not it. Whatever the one thing is for you, it's not that. Proposals, something else that comes towards you that is better, may be like that push you need to finally let go of whatever else you've been holding on to. But I see you letting it go. Like, this was the last straw. I'd hate to be on the other side of whoever is or whatever is the last straw for you, Pisces. I see you fed up and done. Fed up and done. Somebody is done. What does Pisces need to surrender? Surrender to trust. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Yeah, a lot of you feel bad. You feel guilty about this ending. But, just try to end things on an amicably note. So it's like you don't have that regret of like how you ended things, because sometimes when you end things in the heat of a moment, or like really harshly, you burn the bridge, it does breed for some resentment or residual feelings, unfinished business. Trust yourself and your decisions. There's a strong decision you have to make here about ending something, walking away, going somewhere else. Don't be swayed about other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. So yeah, there's a decision you have to make, and people are not going to like it, or they're going to be hurt, or they're going to feel bad, or whatever. Whatever people use to draw you back in, manipulation, especially family members. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So there's a door opening for you, Pisces, where you're going to be able to finally cut ties or let go. But you're going to have to really give yourself a lot of self-care after this, because you are going to feel guilty. A lot of you are going to feel guilty, or you might feel regret, or you might feel shame. That does not mean that a decision... Listen very carefully to me, Pisces. Listen very, very carefully to me. Just because you feel bad about a decision you made does not mean that it was wrong. Okay? Just because you're hurt by a decision that you had to make, whether it be to cut somebody off, whether it be to end things, walk away, start new somewhere else, that does not mean that it was the wrong decision. All cards are pointing to the fact that this was the right decision. This was what you were meant to leave behind or end. It's normal to feel guilty. You don't have to. Guilt is not a sign to go back, especially if it was toxic, especially if it was abusive, especially if it was unhealthy. That means feelings. Where is it? Feelings do not equal facts. You feel guilty. You feel bad. That does not equal a fact. That does not mean go back. The fact is, this was unhealthy. This was unbalanced. This was unrequited. That's the fact. The feeling is you feel bad. You feel guilty. You wish things were different. Two completely different stories, two completely different scenarios. Learn to separate the two. All right. So, continuing on. Anything else for Pisces? 5 of Cups. Oh yeah, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. You're feeling sad. You're feeling regret. You're feeling guilt. It's okay. It's going to pass. I promise. Give it enough time to pass. A lot of you are like thinking, should I go back? 8 of Cups reverse. Tell me more about this for Pisces. Wow, your energy is super strong today, Pisces. Tell me more about Pisces with their situation here. The Devil card. A lot of you, this is this is toxic. This is karmic. This is addicting. This is an addiction. This isn't love. Whatever this is not love. This is a trauma bond. You and a situation are trauma bonded. Tell me more about this Devil card. You're confusing it. You're confusing this for love. You got to break this addiction, guys. You guys have to break this addiction that you have. Could be towards a Capricorn. Could be towards an Aquarius. Star card. Devil card. Okay? But you have to have faith in yourself that you can leave. Okay? For a lot of you, this could be something abusive, something sexual, right? You have devil genitals down here. But a lot of you are at least finally admitting to yourself that this is a problem, that this is toxic, that you have an addiction, that you want to go back to it because it's an addiction. That's what happens. You want to go back to it, but you got to fight that feeling. You got to have people around you that are going to encourage you, not enable you to go back to these things, that are going to support you and help hold you accountable and make sure you don't reach out to somebody, or make sure you don't drink, or make sure you don't smoke, make sure you don't go off the deep end, right? Get into counseling, get into a group, get into therapy, something so people can be there for you. What is the advice for Pisces dealing with this? How does Pisces stay strong through this? 6 of Swords. Transition, move forward. It could be literally moving away from the situation, the person, if you can. How else can Pisces stay strong through this? 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Let's see, how else can Pisces stay strong through this? I see like occupying your time with things that are fun or creative, pouring into like some artwork, pouring into like craftsmanship, pouring into a new hobby, something that's going to like distract you. Like distraction is probably your best bet right now. Healthy distraction, not negative distraction. Okay, finding something fun to do, getting around people that are optimistic, tuning into your emotions, meditation, self-care, lots and lots and lots of self-care. The Queen of Cups upright. Is best for you. 6 of Pentacles in reverse, withdrawing, maybe focusing on not overextending yourself if that's what you tend to do, right? And just try to find a good balance between things so that you can like move forward. 6 of Swords. But I see taking a trip could be something that's really good for you, or moving away, traveling. Okay. 5 of Pentacles, really sitting with that feeling of loss, because a lot of you get very uncomfortable when you're alone, or when you're like in your feelings, and like then you go and try to distract yourself in negative or toxic ways, or go back to certain things that make you comfortable. But I see you separating. or you're going through a separation, or it's like the last straw, and then you're like, I gotta really break this addiction that I have to this person, to this situation, to this friendship, to this family member. I gotta get out from this person's grip that they have under me. And the only way to do that is to completely separate myself from this energy, from our friends, mutual friend group, from our family, whatever. But you got this, Pisces. I believe in you. You're going to be able to be strong. You're going to be able to separate yourself. You're going to do the darn thing and stay strong. Remember, watch this video every time you feel weak, every time you feel like you're going to break, every time you're going to go backwards. Find people that can support you. Tell people what's going on. Tell them what you're trying to do. And people you trust, and be like, can you please hold me accountable? Can you make sure I don't go back to this? Or can we just, go somewhere? Find support for this time. And remember that guilt is not a sign that you need to go back to anything. All right. If you've been heavily manipulated, or you have narcissistic family or friends or lovers around you, they know how to guilt trip you. And guilt is like a big button that they know how to press. But just know that feeling will pass. Okay, Pisces? Very, very deep reading. Whoa. Okay, Pisces, thank you for watching. If this reading resonated for you, please let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so this channel can thrive. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything.